What's up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime doing a video review on the current product that you're seeing right here. This is the Sony's Bloggie HD camcorder. This was released a few months ago. It is their first portable camcorder, not first I would say, I think their second line or third line of camcorders that is trying to compete against with the Flip and other portable high-def cameras that you see in the market today. I've been eyeing on this camcorder for quite some time because I am in the process of replacing my current video camera, which happens to be a Canon PowerShot SD960 IS. Let me show you what this camera does, or what the features this camera has. Now, first off, you can see right here it says that it will record on full HD 1080p. This camcorder records in three different formats: 640 by 480, 1240 by 720, and of course 1920 by 1080. This also takes video shots while you're recording, and the maximum it can go up to is 5 megapixels. Now, one of the big selling features on this camcorder happens to be this little guy right here. This is a 5 times optical zoom lens. It's not a digital lens, a digital zoom option, even though it does have it, but this 5 times optical has been rated very well on all the review sites. First review site that I checked on this was actually cnet.com. They did a very good review on it, and they really liked this guy. So that was my first selling point right there. Second selling point, of course, is 1080p. Now, the features that this camera can do is very simple. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is to turn it on, you want to flip this, and then it'll activate automatically. Let me show you the settings using the rocker button here. Let's see if you guys can see this. There we go. So here are the settings here. 5 megapixels, 4 megapixels, but 3:2 aspect ratio. This one's 4:3 aspect ratio. 4:3 aspect ratio for 3 megapixels. 16 by 9, which in reality is 1920 by 1080 resolution. So it's great to take up your entire monitor screen. And 4:3 VGA, which I'm assuming is 640 by 480. The next option, of course, is the aforementioned, the mentioned 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second. This is basically the standard that you find in video small camcorders these days, or I would call it budget camcorders. The next one, of course, is the 1280 by 720. I may have said 1240 by accident. But there are two options. There's the 30 frames per second, and then there's the 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second is excellent for taking high-speed video, especially in sporting events or concerts. And of course, you have the option of setting it to 640 by 480, which is great for YouTube uploads. Now, there's other options that you can enable, like you see here. This is the image stabilization option, which I can enable when I have 720 and 640. But the option is not available for the 60 frames per second option and the 1080p. This also has the option for face detection, which I have not done yet. Then of course you have the tools here, which will allow you to format, change some settings, all that other jazz. Now, another option that this thing has is this little compartment here which when I pop it open, it exposes a USB connector right here, which you can pop down and connect it to your laptop or USB hub. It also has two ports here, a AV out port and an HDMI port, which you can actually hook up to your HD compatible monitor or LCD TV. This has a battery compartment here. It does not use the batteries that you can buy these days. It's a rechargeable battery. It is rated to record up to somewhere between 40 to 50 minutes of video before the battery discharges, and that's at high resolution. I think in mid resolution, which is still high def, they'll go a little bit further. I for one went for a secondary battery, which I picked up online, and a charger, so if I ever have to switch between one battery to another, I can do that. I can charge the battery from the device using this here, and a special dongle that is supplied with this, but I don't feel like doing that because it's just a waste of time and a little bit uncomfortable when you don't have access to your PC. That's why I would probably recommend you guys get yourself a charger and an extra battery just in case. They usually sell for about a good 15 to 20 bucks on eBay. Another cool option is this. This can take not only the proprietary memory stick, but it also can take SD cards as well. This one's an 8 gig SD card here, and when I put it in, it will take a maximum of 115 minutes of HD video. More, of course, if you lower the resolution down. Aside from I think there's a microphone here to record. Here's your zoom option, your quick button to record your movies, quick button for taking a snapshot, and there are some other buttons here hidden where you can access the menu and review what you record. Now I have tested this on some of my some of my kits that I build, and obviously it takes amazing video at the 720 and of course at the 1080. However, the 1080 option is a little bit distorted or kind of like expanded to a point. There are numerous videos of this camera on YouTube, so if you guys are interested in reading up on this, I would probably do a search for the Sony HD Bloggie. There's really good detailed video on this, and it gives you an explanation on one of the many shortcomings. Especially one of them, of course, is the 1080p, which is okay. I would have to accept that. The one thing, of course, that I did find it uncomfortable was that it doesn't have the option for macro, unlike my camera that you see here. Now, for those of you who don't know, macro is an option that you enable on your camera so you can record objects 2 to 3 up to 12, maybe 6 inches away from the lens. It's a great feature. Unfortunately, you have to set it and then begin recording, and then you'll have the image you want. If you decide to maybe increase the image like this, the lens won't focus on what you're looking at. Right now it's set to focus back here. This camera has autofocus, which allows me to focus on the closest objects that I want, and that's a bigger selling point for me, so I can actually show great detail on items that I want to record. I thank you for you guys watching this quick video on my new purchase. Currently it's selling for a retail price of $199.99. Maybe you can find it a little cheaper here and there at several other online stores. I'd like to thank everyone for watching this video, and have a good night.